So Unit 5, 2 legislations are there as we mentioned. Second one that we have is Probation of Offenders Act. Okay, so we will see what this legislation is all about. Now, section 4 is a little bit different. How is it different? Because this is related to the other topic which we discussed, security for keeping peace and good behavior. Okay, power of court to release certain offenders on probation of good conduct. Only when they make a promise of good conduct and they agree to the conditions which are there on the bond, then only the person will be released. It's not like a simple warning and then release the person, but rather they need to agree that yes, whatever is written here, I will follow that. This is section 4. When any person is found guilty of having committed an offense, here punishment is more. There it was just like lesser than 2 years, but here it says punishable, not punishable with death or imprisonment for life. That means it might also include crimes which are punishable with imprisonment for 10 years. So if punishment is 10 years, it's a severe crime, right? So in such cases also, this provision may be applicable. The court by which the person is found guilty, if the case was filed in magistrate court, then magistrate court is having the power. If it was decided by sessions court, then sessions court is having the power. So what they would do, having regard to the circumstances of the case, including nature of the offense, character of the offender, same things would be taken into consideration, just like section 3. Taking all these things into consideration, court might feel that it would be better to release him on probation of good conduct, on the agreement that he will maintain good conduct and all these things. On that condition, he may be released. It would be better to release the person considering all these other situations. Instead of sentencing him at once to any punishment, direct that he be released on his entering into a bond with or without sureties. It depends on the court. Court would put, just like how in case of a bail, bond conditions may be put by the court depending on the situation and everything. Here also, depending on the situation and all those situations taken into consideration, court would decide what would be the conditions. But court would ask him to enter into a bond, and based on that, the person may be released. Okay, court might say that, okay, you need to appear here, you need to do this, do that. Some conditions might be there. And in case of this bond, it would be not exceeding 3 years, for which he would be given he need to sign that, okay, for this duration, I will follow these instructions, whatever is written in the bond. And in the meantime, keep peace and good behavior, just like that other provisions which we discussed under CRPC. That's why here they have not given in detail. They are just mentioning in which all kinds of crimes it may be applicable, because it's already mentioned in CRPC. Provided that the court shall not direct such release of offender unless it is satisfied that the offender or his surety, if any, has a fixed place of regular occupation. So it should happen that they are living in a certain specified place, okay, and court exercises jurisdiction, or in which the offender is likely to live during this period, he enters into the bond. It should not happen that person puts his signature and then he only escapes, he only goes somewhere. That should not happen. If it happens that the person is living in this certain territory which is under court's jurisdiction, he is maybe working in some office there, then it would be very easy for the court to keep an eye on the person also, right? What kind of a behavior he is maintaining, everything, it would be in front of the court. So considering all those situations, court may decide that, okay, fine, this person may be released on signing of a bond agreement to maintain peace and good behavior. Okay. So you need to remember this part. Otherwise, these two provisions look similar. In one, straight away with a warning, person will be released. And what all things would be seen? Nature of the offense, character of offender, and the circumstances of the case. These are the three things that will be said. But here punishment is offenses which are not punishable with death or imprisonment for life. Yeah. But here we have some specific sections mentioned where punishment may be even more, but otherwise in general it is imprisonment for not more than 2 years.
2 years.
Or with fine or with both. But in these cases, it is even more than 2 years. That's why these sections are specifically mentioned. Okay, so same things would be taken into consideration by the court, and then court may release the person. Now, supervision order may also be passed. Fine, the person agreed that, okay, fine, I'm not doing anything wrong. I will maintain good behavior. I will maintain peace. But is he actually doing that or not? For that, supervision order may also be passed, that you supervise, you see what this person is doing. Is he straight away going to office, coming back home, maintaining peace, or is he doing something in between? Is he disturbing peace or something, right? For that, supervision order might also be passed, not being less than 1 year. That for this duration, you need to keep an eye on this person. Like that also, order may be passed. And whatever bond they would agree, right? It may be with or without sureties that someone else also signs. Based on that, conditions are put, what conditions will be put. All these things would be taken into consideration by the court depending on the situation. Okay, so some additional conditions also might be put. Court is basically free because court, while the case is tried, entire process, court would know a lot about the person and the situations prevailing. Based on that, court would take a decision what steps would be better. Okay, like if someone was committing a crime, creating disturbance because of the impact of intoxication or something, he might be ordered that you need to abstain from intoxicants. Whatever is required as per court, those will be done. Okay, so probation on good conduct. Only when the person promises that, yes, I will maintain peace in the society, I will maintain good behavior, only in such a case the person can be released, otherwise not. He needs to agree to the conditions.